training, yeah, so.
I'll give you whatever I have. What's today, Monday? By Wednesday,
my gavel.
Left him home?
That's why I learned that.
Maybe. Oh my God.
Mark.
So we went under contract the day after the 2007 nor'easter we had. They shut down the power plant.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that substation went down, then that's where it's.
Are we ready? Good evening. I'd like to call the regular Borough Council meeting of September 27, 2021 to order. This meeting has been properly advertised in the Home News Tribune of January 13, 2021, according to Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. May I have a roll call from the clerk, please?
Council President Farkas.
Here.
Councilman Legati.
Here.
Councilwoman Newbauer.
Here.
Councilman O'Donnell.
Here.
Councilman Peretti.
Here.
Councilman Zambrana.
Here.
All present.
Great. Next, we'll have a moment of silence, followed by a salute to the flag. Okay, now we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from the September 13th, 2021 meeting. Do we have any comments or corrections? Hearing none, may I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes?
Move that the minutes be approved as typed.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Legati, second by Councilman Zambrana. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now we'll go on to bills and claims. Will the clerk please read by title only the bill list resolution 221-2021?
Resolution 221-2021 is authorizing the payment of bills, claims, and statements against the Borough of Milltown in the total amount of $816,873.71.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move that this resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Council President Farkas, second by Councilman Peretti. Any comments? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas.
Aye.
Councilman Legati.
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer.
Aye.
Councilwoman O'Donnell.
Aye.
Councilman Peretti.
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Motion carries to pass to pay the bills.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is comments from the audience on consent agenda resolutions 222-2021 through 230-2021. If any member of the public wishes to speak on any of the resolutions, please step forward to the microphone, identify yourself to the clerk, and say your name and address for the record. These comments are limited to resolutions listed on the consent agenda. I'll open it up to the public.
Lee Weisenberger, 99 JFK Drive. 230-2021, the last one.
What's your question?
What's that about?
Mayor, I can answer that.
Judith.
There, it was discovered that there was an error in the police officer had the agreement with the union. They have step increments. So it was discovered that at some point in the past that this particular officer was paid, he was held back a step. So we were required to bring him up to this proper step that he was supposed to be at.
Okay, that's it. Fine, appreciate it.
Thanks. Any other comments on resolutions from the public? Seeing none, I will close the public comment and introduce the resolutions. When voting on resolutions, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and, having been reviewed by the Borough Council, will be enacted by one motion. Any item may be removed from the consent agenda at the request of any council member, and if so removed, will be treated as a separate matter. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Does anyone want to pull any resolutions from the agenda?
Yes, Madam Mayor, can we pull Resolution 230-2021?
Yes, Madam Mayor, 223-2021.
Okay.
2023?
223 and 230. Anyone else? Okay. So, let me get that. Sorry, Amy, hold on a second. So, you could read your part now, Amy, or do I go? Will the clerk please read the consent resolution except for excluding 223-2021 and 230-2021?
Whereas pursuant to the rules of council, the council may establish a consent agenda for a regular or special meeting. And whereas the Borough Clerk has posted a consent agenda for this meeting, now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, that the consent agenda previously prepared by the Borough Clerk be approved without the necessity of having the individual resolutions read by Borough Clerk. At the request of council, we have pulled two for further just consideration.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move that the resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Ligotti, second by Councilman Zambrana. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Ligotti?
Aye.
Councilman Dubauer?
Aye.
Councilman O'Donnell?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Motion carries excluding resolutions 223 and 230.
Thank you. Will the clerk please read Resolution 223-2021 by title?
223-2021 is a resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Milltown authorizing the closing of Janet Court between numbers 6 and number 15 for a block party.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move that this resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Council President Farkas, second by Councilman Peretti. Any discussion?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I ask for this to be pulled so that we can vote on this separately as my name and signature is on the application.
Okay. Now, any other discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Ligotti?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Newbauer?
Aye.
Councilman O'Donnell?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
Motion carries for 223-2021.
Thank you. And I hope you enjoy your block party.
Thank you.
Next, will the clerk please read Resolution 230-2021 by title?
230-2021, authorization by the Borough Council of the Borough of Milltown to enter into a settlement agreement with Nicholas Olazinski.
You've heard the reading of this resolution. What is your pleasure?
Move that the resolution be adopted.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Ligotti, second by Councilman Zambrana. Any discussion?
I pulled the resolution just because of relation to the settlement agreement.
Okay. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas?
Aye.
Councilman Ligotti?
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer?
Aye.
Councilman O'Donnell?
Aye.
Councilman Peretti?
Abstain.
And Councilman Zambrana?
Aye.
All right. Next, we will move on to ordinance introduction. There will be no public input on introduction of ordinance 21-1504. The introduction summary will be published in the Home News Tribune on October 1st, 2021, and second reading, public hearing, and final adoption will be considered on 10/12/2021. Full copies of the ordinance will be posted on the Borough website, on the bulletin board at the municipal building, and available at no cost in the office of the municipal clerk between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Will the clerk please read the ordinance by title?
21-1504, ordinance providing for various improvements in and by the Borough of Milltown in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, and appropriating $125,000 therefore from the reserve for electric system capital improvements.
May I have a motion and a second to introduce the ordinance?
Move that the ordinance be adopted on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be held at the next regularly scheduled council meeting on Monday, October 12th at 7 p.m. in council chambers in Borough Hall.
Second. I have a motion by Councilman Legaty, second by Councilwoman Newbauer. Any discussion?
Is our next meeting Monday, October 12th, or is
No,
it Tuesday,
it's the
October 13th?
No, it's Tuesday, October 12th.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
going to correct that, but October 11th is the Monday, which is Columbus Day. So
So
it's
Tuesday.
Tuesday, October 12th.
Thank
Okay.
you. Sorry about that.
That's all right. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas.
Aye.
Councilman Legaty.
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer.
Aye.
Councilwoman O'Donnell.
Aye.
Councilman Peretti.
Aye.
Councilman Zambrano.
Aye.
The ordinance is introduced.
Thank you. There will be no public input on the introduction of ordinance 21-1505. The introduction summary will be published in the Home News Tribune on October 1st, 2021, and second reading, public hearing, and final adoption will be considered on October 12th, 2021. Full copies of the ordinance will be posted on the Borough website, on the bulletin board at the municipal building, and available at no cost in the office of the municipal clerk between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Will the clerk please read 21-1505 by title?
21-1505, ordinance providing for the installation of the corrosion control treatment system in and by the Borough of Milltown in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, and appropriating $165,000, therefore from Water and Sewer Utility Capital Fund balance and budget appropriation.
May I have a motion and a second to introduce ordinance 21-1505?
I move that the ordinance be adopted on first reading, published according to law, and that a public hearing be held at the next regularly scheduled council meeting on Tuesday, October 12th at 7 p.m. in council chambers in Borough Hall.
Second?
I have a motion by Councilman Legaty, second by Councilwoman Newbauer. Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Council President Farkas.
Aye.
Councilman Legaty.
Aye.
Councilwoman Newbauer.
Aye.
Councilwoman O'Donnell.
Aye.
Councilman Peretti.
Aye.
Councilman Zambrana.
Aye.
Motion carries to introduce.
Thank you. Okay, now we will move on to the reports. We'll start this evening with the Department of Finance, Administration, and Planning. Councilman Phil Zambrano.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no financial and administration and planning report tonight, but I just wanted to give a short reminder to everyone that Saturday, October 2nd, this coming Saturday, from 10 to 3 will be when Milltown Day comes back to the borough. So just a reminder to everyone to come out and help celebrate as a community. And I'd be remiss if I didn't remind everyone that on the same day, from 5 to 9, Oktoberfest will be taking place at the American Legion Pavilion. So it should be a long day, community-wise, but come out and, hopefully we have great weather like we had this past weekend. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Next, we have the Department of Public Safety. Councilman Nick Legaty.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no official reports, as my monthly reports were done at the last meeting. The only thing I will do is that the Senior Center is always looking for new members. Please contact the director at 732-296-0681 for any information regarding our Milltown Senior Center. Thank you, and that concludes my report.
Thank you. Next, we have the Department of Utilities. Council President Randy Farkas.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Excuse me. Along with all daily pump checks, work orders, and markouts, the Water Department has the following report. Water meters are continuing to be changed and will be ongoing until completed. Hydrant flushing will take place in October. A nixle will be sent out when dates are confirmed. Valve exercising, as per DEP, continues and may extend into October. Lead and copper testing will occur this week at the predetermined 40 locations around town as per DEP. We are currently scheduling for the replacement of the Muffin Monster at Church Street Pump Station. And as always, please check Channel 15 and milltownnj.org for Water Department updates and future flushing info. And that concludes my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Next, we have the Department of Public Works and Recycling, Councilwoman Anna Newbauer.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Along with all curbside collections, the DPW has the following to report. From the previous storm, there were some trees that blocked roadways in various locations and were removed at Oak and Highland, Ackerman, and William Street, and 2 locations on Albert Avenue. There was also a tree removed from the bottom of East Church near the pump station. The DPW assisted the utility department at Desmet, Riva, Southbrook, Bruce Court, and South Moats with tree trimming and branch removal. The entire town was chipped on consecutive days following the storm. Bulk removal took place on consecutive days to remove flood debris. The closing process of the Borough pool has begun. Water levels have been lowered. Umbrellas and chairs have been taken down and stored. Clearing has been run out of the system, and the cover has been taken out of storage and taken to the pool. Soccer equipment has been brought to Albert Avenue Park, and fields have been lined and painted in preparation for the season. Some repairs have been made to the Michelin Field playground, and street sweeping is ongoing. Pothole repair is also ongoing, with asphalt repairs being made around town and will continue throughout the month. Line painting is also ongoing. Milltown Day is Saturday, October 2nd. Please stop by the DPW table for giveaways and collection info. Leaf bags will be available beginning Monday, October 4th at the Borough Garage from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 50 Washington Avenue. Leaf bags will be available on Saturdays at the new garage beginning Saturday, October 2nd from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. Please check Channel 15 and milltownnj.org for DPW updates. Additionally, not DPW, but Cable TV Committee will be having a meeting this month. We're just deciding on a date between 2 dates. And that's all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have the Department of Environmental Health and Social Services, Councilwoman Margaret O'Donnell.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll begin my report today with a library board report. With mixed feelings, I announced that Director Bonnie Sterling is very excited about retiring, but we're very sorry to see her leave the library. A search committee is forming to identify her replacement. The library expects to add 1 evening open in the month of October, and that is a pending announcement of the details. And the Friends of the Library photo contest winners will be announced at a Zoom event on Thursday, September 30th. And the details are on the library website. The Environmental Commission is very excited about Milltown Day and hopes that you'll visit their table at the event. They also are participating in a bike ride with the Lawrence Brook Watershed Partnership on October 9th. Members of the Environmental Commission are participating in the ANJAC Environmental Congress, which is an online program this year, October 19th through October 22nd. The next meeting is October 27th, and we're very excited to have a guest at that meeting, Mike McClellan from CME, to talk about the stormwater ordinance. And my last portion of my report this evening is about the Board of Health that will meet tomorrow, and we'll be meeting for the first time in person here in Borough Hall. Use the police entrance if you're entering the building because the front door will be locked, but the details of the meeting, I'll obviously have more to report after the meeting. And that concludes my report tonight.
Thank you. Next, we have the Department of Recreation, Councilman James Perret.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. For recreation, we still have a few spots available for the AM SAC program. To be waitlisted for the PM program, please call the Recreation Office at 732-828-2100, extension 141. We are still looking for program aides for both our AM and PM SAC program. Please contact the Recreation Office if you would like to apply, once again at 732-828-2100, extension 141. At this time, our youth fall soccer, tennis, and adult yoga programs have started. Registration is still open for fall yoga. To register, please go to the following website, www.register.capturepoint.com/Borough of Milltown. Men's basketball and volleyball will be starting this week. Registration is still open for both those programs as well. Men's basketball still needs a number of people to sign up to meet the minimum requirement. So if interested, please sign up as soon as possible so that program can run on time. Please remember, if you are interested in renting any Milltown park, please contact the Recreation Department directly to acquire a park facility usage form. Please note that we are still accepting non-perishable food donations for our Milltown neighbors in need, as well as for the Middlesex County Food Bank, which supports Milltown residents. You may drop items off at Borough Hall and place them in the green bins in the hallway of the main entrance during normal business hours. Please do not leave food in the police entrance vestibule. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Anything from the administrator this evening?
Nothing tonight.
Okay. Mr. McClellan, engineer report?
No report tonight, Madam Mayor.
Anything from our borough attorney, Mr. Vignola?
Nothing from me, thank you.
Okay, moving right along. So then I have a few things. First, I wanted to say that I was at Ariella Hopkins Day on Saturday. I saw some of the other council members there, and I wanted to thank all of the organizers for that. It was a really nice, family, fun day for Milltown for a very good cause. So it was nice to see so many people coming together. And speaking of coming together, we hope we'll see you all at Milltown Day on Saturday and at Oktoberfest, so we're looking forward to that. Secondly, I wanted to point out two upcoming meetings. There is a meeting on this coming Thursday night here in Borough Hall at 7 p.m. It was supposed to be sort of an ad hoc committee meeting, but any member, since we advertised it, we can have the full council come, and that was my mistake. I didn't specify that it was a committee, but excuse me, as you'll recall, a few years ago when I was on council, we sort of did an ad hoc strategic planning committee, and we got some good feedback from the community, and we sort of divided things up into strategic pillars, which we had sort of gotten to the point when 2 years ago, when after I was elected mayor, that we were going to start, I was going to hand it over to the Finance and Planning Committee, and they were going to work on it. But however, the forum should be in person. So I started in January, COVID hit in March, and now here we are a year and a half later, finally coming back to live meetings. So we wanted to put something on just to revisit where we are. I'll hand it off to the Finance Administration and Planning Group. We have the slides where we left off and what people thought was important that we sort of funneled down. And I am happy with some of the progress that we've made over the last 2 years, but I invite anyone who wants to have some more input or take a look at what we had so far or add some things to please come here on Thursday at 7 p.m. Another meeting that we have coming up that we had talked about over the summer was we'd have the non-binding referendum for cannabis on the ballot for November. So we had said that we would do a sort of a forum to talk about the state's cannabis guidelines. So we have picked a date for that, which is Thursday, October 14th at 7 p.m. here in the Borough Hall. So if you have any questions, any comments, you want to share your feelings pro or against and get some questions answered to make an informed decision for your ballot, please join us on that Thursday evening. And with that, I will move on to old business. Does any member of the council have any old business they wish to bring before us this evening? Hearing none, I will move on to new business. Does any member of the council have any new business?
Yes, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to invite Mr. Einbinder up. He had some information on the upcoming candidate forum.
Okay.
Change camera first. Good evening. Thank you, Councilman. I'm Russ Einbinder, 220B South Main Street. Behalf of the Milltown Channel 15, we're once again hosting the candidates forum for the Borough Council candidates. It's going to be on October 20th, that's a Wednesday evening, starting at 7:30. It'll be live, and of course, it'll be on YouTube and on the channel multiple times before then. The main reason I wanted to speak tonight, as I told the Councilwoman, is what we did last year. We changed two things last year. We did not have, because of COVID, anybody here live. That's allowed this year. We're letting people come in here. We don't usually get a big mob for that anyway, but you're more than welcome to come using the same protocols we use for all these meetings. That's not a problem. The other thing is what we started last year because of COVID, but I and a few people I've talked to on the committee, and we'll discuss this at our meeting next week also, but we're going to do, and I spoke to Jeanette about it also, it's not a problem, is that we're going to ask people to have their questions that they'd like to ask, and we'll have the parameters, and we'll publish those too, done ahead of time, instead of coming that night and trying to rush everything in 15 minutes, and me trying to peruse which is an appropriate, inappropriate question, or if there's something duplicated, and just rush it all. This way, we can have it by the Monday night before, okay, on the 18th, we'll have them either via you can go to the Borough Clerk's office. I'm going to leave them a stack of them with envelopes. They'll seal them in an envelope, the question will be the official form, or you can go again onto the website. There'll be a link, and you will be automatically emailed to the Milltown 15 email, okay? So if that's what you want to do. We want as many people as possible to have questions for our 4 candidates. Please do. Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other new business? Seeing none, I will move on to audience comments. The public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. The council will respect the public's time by refraining any comment until the speaker has finished. It should be further noted that the public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer session. If a member of the public has any specific questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the appropriate office. Please state your name and address for the record when you come to the podium. I see none. So I will close the audience comment portion and ask for any council comments.
Yes, Madam Mayor. At the last meeting, Mr. Weisenberg was here and had asked about, had let us know about an issue, drainage issue that he was having at his property, and I believe his neighbors across the street. I know he had asked about calling the Turnpike, and the Turnpike is, it's very hard to speak to anyone from the Turnpike. So upon hearing his concerns, what I did is I had a meeting with Senator Smith. Met with Senator Smith personally, and he is more than happy to intervene on your behalf with the Turnpike. He just needs a little bit of information. So if you get the opportunity, if you can put together a little bit of a timeline as far as the issues, and if you know who you talk to, or a little history that I can present to him, that he can have some talking points when he talks to the Turnpike, that would be helpful for all of us. So if you can put that together, when next time you see me, if you want to give it to me, give me a call, I'll come pick it up, however you want to do it, and we'll get it to him, and we'll get something going on your issue. Sure.
And possibly for that anybody that's affected by the Turnpike, right? There's different areas that may or may not.
Absolutely, yes, yeah, that goes without saying. If anyone else has any issues with the Turnpike, please just let me know. Same kind of rules, just give me a little bit of history. I will present that to Senator Smith, and we'll try to get those resolved as well.
Great. Thanks. Anyone else? Seeing none, I will ask the council for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Council President Farkas, second by Councilman Legati. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
I think that-